This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. Before we get to the news real quick, I want to talk about two things. If you watched the last episode, you probably know about these things already. But for those of you that don't, we have released in full our event from 5 years ago where we reunited all of the creative and pretty much anyone who was involved in Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, from the creation of the show to the execution of the show on a nightly basis, the pyrotechnicians, if you will. It's really an incredible event we had, and we're so happy 5 years later now for the 25th anniversary of Reflections of Earth. You can now watch all over 4 hours of that. Clear some time this weekend and make sure you watch this because it is some really fascinating stuff. We're happy to finally be able to provide that to you. On the other side, I'm going to plug, I know people make jokes about it. I talked the last show, I was like, make sure you get your Santa Gertie before it sells out. And then someone joked, oh, but yeah, then the next show he'll say the same thing. Yeah, but I'm telling you the progress every time we talk. So it is a limited edition of 1,000, our Santa Gertie plush. We have now sold over 450 of them, so they are nearly halfway gone. If you pre-order now, we are promising that you will get it by Christmas. So you get it by December 25th, no matter where you are, even if you are international, you will get it by Christmas is what we're promising. So make sure you order right away so we can ship it to you right away. Again, pre-orders are live now don't go to carouselproducts.com. I don't even want to get into the problems we're having with that, and I won't. But WDWNT.shop is the fastest way to get to the Carousel Products store, and that's where you can pre-order your Gertie. You can still pick up your Tower of Terror 30th anniversary button-up shirt for $60. It's still on sale at that price. Limited sizes available now. I think we've run out of a couple of sizes. And there's lots of other great stuff like some of the lithographs from our Hollywood Studios event back in May and other great stuff. But make sure you pre-order Gertie because they are about halfway gone at this point because we're not even going to sell all 1,000 if I'm being honest. We hold some back for us and our staff and some to keep, some to preserve for our own sake to make sure we have some preserved. And you never know what you need them for down the road. So there are less than 1,000 available technically. And so they are at least halfway gone at this point. So go pre-order right away so you don't miss it. Well, here now the news for October 2nd, 2024. The Halloween Alien Sipper has arrived at Walt Disney World for the Halloween season. The Halloween Alien Sipper is $13.69. It includes your choice of fountain beverage at the time of purchase. The souvenir item also has a purchase limit of 2 per person and is only available while supplies last, and no discounts can be applied. The same Halloween Alien Sipper became available at Disneyland Resort at the beginning of September, along with the Stitch Halloween popcorn bucket. However, the Sipper is sold there for $21.29, so purchasing from Walt Disney World will save you several dollars. The Halloween Alien Sipper is available in the ABC commissary at Hollywood Studios currently. October is here and things are getting spookier around Hollywood Studios, not only with that Sipper, but also with the arrival of some new and returning treats for the season. ABC Commissary is being haunted by a ghost cream puff this year, so we stopped by to try it. The ghost cream puff is $5.49. It's sour apple custard filled cream puff topped with toasted meringue and chocolate chip. Meanwhile, the caramel apple shake is now available at Dockside Diner, located in the Echo Lake section of Hollywood Studios. The caramel apple shake is $8.99. You could read the reviews of both of those items at WDWNT.com or watch them on our social media. Ashton did social media video reviews on both TikTok and Instagram. You can check them out there. Disney has filed a construction permit for the new Villains-themed show coming to Hollywood Studios next summer. A general construction permit was filed with Whiting Turner Contracting Company. This construction permit would be valid until September 27th of next year. The new Disney Villains show will be located in the Sunset Showcase on Sunset Boulevard near Rock and Roller Coaster. The general construction permit doesn't offer any details of what work will specifically be done, but work will be done. Currently, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is in the Sunset Showcase Theater and has been since its opening in March of 2019. The show is scheduled to close on October 7th of 2024. Say that the opening of Sunset Showcase, there's been other stuff in there at times though, but anyway, I digress. A number of new offers have been released on Walt Disney World hotels. First up, Florida residents can take advantage of a new offer that will save them up to 30% on rooms at select Walt Disney World hotels in early 2025. With the offer, residents can save up to 30% on stays most nights from February 23rd to April 30th, 2025, and up to 25% on rooms for stays most Sunday to Thursday nights from January 1st through February 20th. All guests will be able to save up to 25% on a Walt Disney World Resort hotel stay in early 2025. Guests can save up to 25% on rooms for stays most nights from February 23rd to April 30th, 2025, and up to 20% off rooms for stays most Sunday to Thursday nights from January 1st to February 20th. So that is for all guests. There's Florida resident, and then this is for anyone you can take advantage of. This one, though, there is a length of stay requirement, a minimum of 1 night and a maximum of 14. The number of rooms allocated for this offer is limited, and they can sell out. An additional per adult charges may apply if more than 2 adults are in each room. All guests can also save up to $200 per night on a 3-night, 2-day room and ticket package at select Disney Resort hotels. This offer is available most nights February 26th through June 30th. The number of room and ticket packages allocated for this offer is limited. Every guest in the same room must be on the same package. The offer has a minimum stay of 3 nights and a maximum stay of 14. A minimum 2-day theme park ticket is required, and room and ticket packages with this deal cannot be combined with any other discount or promotion. There's also a discount for Walt Disney World annual pass holders where you can save up to 35% on rooms early next year. With this offer, pass holders can save that on rooms for stays most nights from February 23rd to April 30th, or up to 30% on rooms for stays most Sunday to Thursday nights from January 1st to February 20th. Again, the number of rooms for the deal is limited, and savings are based on the non-discounted price a non-pass holder pays for the same room. The length of stay requirements apply with a minimum of 1 night, maximum of 14. Annual pass holders must present their valid Walt Disney World annual pass at check-in to receive the offer. And of course, if you want to book that offer, this program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT. Their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. 2 new Disney's Animal Kingdom cupcakes have arrived, one featuring Simba from The Lion King, and another featuring a zebra. Both cupcakes are sold at Zuri's Sweet Shop across from Harambe Market and next to Zawani Traders. It's usually open from park open until park close. The Simba Lemon Blueberry Cupcake is $6.29. It's lemon-flavored cupcake with blueberry filling, topped with orange and yellow buttercream frosting, and a chocolatey Simba piece. The Zebra Cupcake is $6.29. It's vanilla and chocolate striped cupcake, topped with green buttercream frosting and a white chocolatey zebra piece. You can read reviews of both of those items at WDWNT.com. Disney has announced that 7 new French fry dishes are coming to Walt Disney World this month, with a variety of flavor profiles to satisfy everyone. First up is the new Amazing Magic Munch Fries, topped with sweet corn, chipotle mayonnaise, chili lime spiced cotija cheese, and popcorn. These fries will be found at Flame Tree Barbecue and Restaurantosaurus at Disney's Animal Kingdom, at least while Restaurantosaurus is still a thing. The street corn fries will be offered at the Intermission Food Court at Disney's All-Star Music Resort, the End Zone Food Court at Sports, the Riverside Mill Food Court at Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside, and Everything Pop Shopping and Dining at Pop Century. This dish features French fries topped with roasted corn relish, cotija cheese, and cilantro lime crema. Buffalo fries are up next and come seasoned in ranch and drizzled with buffalo ranch sauce and blue cheese dressing. You'll be able to try this from the ABC Commissary, Backlot Express, and Rosie's All-American Cafe at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The Cuban fries will make their debut this month at Centertown Market at Caribbean Beach, the Landscape of Flavors at Art of Animation, the World Premiere Food Court at Disney's All-Star Movies, and Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory at Port Orleans French Quarter. These seasoned fries are topped with mustard and Swiss cheese sauce, ham, and pickles. Over at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse, Craft Drafts and Barbecue at Epcot, you can try the new barbecue fries, which come topped with coleslaw, sweet barbecue sauce, and ketchup aioli. At Columbia Harbor House, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, and Pinocchio Village House in Magic Kingdom, as well as Connections Eatery in Epcot, Guests can try the new black garlic, truffle, and Parmesan fries. They come topped with black garlic, truffle aioli, and Parmesan cheese. For those who want something sweet with their salty fries, look no further than the strawberry chocolate fries from Mr. Kamal's at Disney's Animal Kingdom and Primo Piatto at Disney's Riviera Resort. The fries are dusted in cinnamon sugar and topped with chocolate ganache, strawberries, and honey cream cheese. All of these dishes will be available starting October 9th, but keep in mind, offerings are subject to change in availability. I will tell you this now. Do not be surprised if you go somewhere on October 9th and maybe they're not ready for these yet. That happens sometimes, so just be prepared for that. The Everything Pop food court at Disney's Pop Century Resort has reopened after being refurbished since the summer, but with the previous decor and ornate tile work all replaced. Currently, the portion of Everything Pop food court seating area that was open during the initial refurbishment is now behind white construction walls and scrim. While the refurbishment is partially complete, the restaurant is fully operational. The new look for Everything Pop food court is packed with bright colors, going for a more mid-century modern aesthetic. Mickey is featured in the mural, lying down with his head in his hands and his feet kicked up behind him. What looks like a mid-century style TV design is in front of him. Seating has been updated with booths now sporting a blue, green, and orange striped colorway, and the actual seats are navy with multicolored triangles and a repeating pattern. Overall, the updated seating looks cleaner and brighter versus the former look. Tables and chairs have also been replaced, ditching the yellow wooden style for red recycled plastic chairs, which you could order yourself online. We found them. All tables, including those in the booths, now have a rainbow diamond pattern with silver hardware. And around the seating area, square-shaped decals have been added along the top windows, featuring green and white circles on a yellow background. Lighting in the Everything Pop food court has also been redone, with the large overhead lights replaced with these 4 orb fixtures. The flooring in the seating area has also changed. This area formerly had colorful square tile in blue, gray, orange, yellow, and green. Now guests walk on wood-patterned square tiles, and each tile has one color colored with orange, yellow, green, red, or blue. And over to their right, the soda fountains remain the same structurally, but each one now sports a new color scheme and pattern along the waves at the top. Here, both fountains have checkerboard and swirly patterns in shades of yellow and red-orange. The soda station on the far right has a pattern of Mickey heads on the side facing the windows. The condiment stations that were once here are now fully gone, with the large wave now done in a wood pattern with gray accents at the top and bottom. Here's how the condiment station used to look. And you can also see the white and multicolored tile work around the counter area has been replaced. Moving over to the actual ordering stations is what we consider the most disappointing part of the refurb: the removal of the former tile floor and the 3D circles that line the perimeter above the stations. Here's a look at how Everything Pop food court appeared before the refurb. The tile was made of multi-shaped tiles in shades of green, blue, gray, orange, and yellow. And above the counters where guests would pick up their food, there were 3D circles, and waves would stick out, giving the area some texture. The front of the counters were also covered in square tiles with a matching color scheme to the floor. While the overhead lighting remains the same, the new flooring is standard square tiles in muted shades of green, yellow, orange, and blue. The latter colors run in large stripes down the center of the counter area, leading to a circular shape. And the 3D circular decor, of course, has been replaced with flat wall murals. The colors match the overall re-theme of the area. The counter tile has also been replaced with square tile in various shades of blue. And the flat mural panels continue around the corner and the refrigerated areas. Speaking of the self-service refrigerated section, this area has also had its colorful tile work on the floor and walls replaced. The display banners also of each section were revamped. Previously, the ornate tile was also present here with white and multicolored tiles on the walls. And each fridge door had a graphic label that didn't quite say what the items in the sections were, but rather era-based catchphrases like dude and groovy. Now the banners simply say what's inside, like beverages and baked goods. The seating area of the food court that was open while work was being done on this side is now closed, no doubt bringing the new theme over to that side to finish the job. What I want to say real quick is, yes, Everything Pop did look dated by the time they started this refurb. It was time for something. Is this the something? I don't know. And look, people are kind of arguing on both sides with this one, and I get it, right? It looks cleaner than it did before, but also replacing what I would call tile art with a very standard flooring is a downgrade. I don't care if it looks cleaner, that is a downgrade. You've taken something that was really and truly art and you've made it into, just, utilitarian, right? Which is the opposite of what Disney is supposed to be. Someone on Twitter today or X, said specifically, they were like, well, Walt didn't design value resorts. Well, Walt didn't decide everything that a Disney park or resort is, right? But it was up to the people that came after Walt, the future Imagineers, to decide what the next step was, right? You can't base everything on what Walt would have done. And in this fact, there are no examples of what Walt would have done at a resort hotel because Disney didn't have them, right? The first time, Walt only lived enough to know that they were going to build their own hotels in Florida, not to know, what exactly every inch of them would look like. But Walt knew enough that he wasn't going to simply build the Disneyland hotel at Walt Disney World. He had, those themed hotels were already on the board before he passed away. He knew he was going to have themed hotels, right? That was a known thing. And so one would assume if he knew he was going to have themed hotels, he was going to like to have the interiors of them themed as well. And what later Imagineers did through the 80s and especially the 80s and 90s, that era of Imagineering into the Disney decade, they took it to a whole nother level, whether it was, Wilderness Lodge, Animal Kingdom Lodge, or even, let's be honest, like the All-Stars are value resorts, but at the very least there was an attempt to make them special, right? There is all this giant iconography. There's a football field in the middle of one building. There's these giant surfboards that's where the pool goes. And when it opened, kids, I got a news flash for you. If you've stayed at Pop Century or the All-Stars in recent years, you probably know there's no difference in the rooms from building to building. I'm gonna blow your mind. Each building, each section used to be different. The room would be different based on where you were staying. Now, was it just wall art and wall borders and things of that sort? Yeah. But an effort was made as opposed to the last round of hotel room remodels where they made it all one style, which I still hate. I really hate that they did that. I think it's awful. So what we're seeing here is, look, I'm not going to stand for it because I don't think this is what Disney resorts should be. I know people think it looks clean and that's great. That's great that you like it, but it's not what it's supposed to be, right? Like that's the core of the issue. And on the opposite side, the theme of Pop Century is not the 1960s. That's not actually the theme of it. The theme of it is the 1950s up to 2000, right? That's the theme of it. So theming the food court to essentially one era of design is a weird choice. And look, I get some of it because I think, I don't give Universal credit for a lot. The one thing I'll give them credit for is Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay is one of the best value hotels anyone has ever built. It's a brilliant aesthetic, it's well executed, and for being a value, it's very, very, very nice. And so, without a doubt, they were inspired by Pop Century, right? They saw the idea of like, oh yeah, vintage resort, blah, blah, blah. And Pop Century didn't lean into mid-century modern and really go with that aesthetic. Kudos to Lowe's and Universal for picking that aesthetic and leaning all the way in. I think there was a little bit of inspiration looking at what Pop could have been, like looking at that 60s section and thinking, what if you just built an actual 1960s hotel? What if you just did it? And they went for it with Cabana Bay, and now I think Disney sees the success they had and is like, well, we have a vintage themed resort. It's themed to 5 decades, but sure, we could just start theming stuff to 1. Look, if they decided tomorrow to retheme all of Pop Century into a 1960s style hotel, that would be magnificent. But that's not what happened here, right? They got generic rooms, the outside still looks the same, and now the food court is going in a very 1960s direction, albeit very clean and very sterile and very modern. So I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think overall it works, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments how you feel. People are pretty divided in the comments about this today, but yeah, also like they all used to have custom furniture. Custom furniture used to be a thing. Now we're just ordering chairs out of a catalog, which I hate. A build-your-own salad bar is once again available for guests at Gasparilla Island Grill at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. This has been gone for ages. Choose Your Own Salad offers your choice of romaine or spring mix with unlimited toppings and dressings for $11.29. It's a pretty good deal. There are 2 protein options that increase the price. Chicken brings it to $13.29, steak to $15.29. Cast members will build your salad behind the glass per your request, similar to a Subway or Chipotle. And once you choose whether or not you want a protein, you can choose your toppings. And on the date of our visit, there were 24 toppings to choose from. Everything from vegetables, cheeses, and sauces available at said toppings bar. It's not like a Chipotle because they keep the restaurant clean, though. So I recently went to a Chipotle on Long Island, and the place was totaled inside. Just there was cheese, and I mean the seating area. Cheese everywhere, spilled sodas. It was, I've never seen anything like it in my life, and it reminded me that no matter how bad maintenance or even staffing for custodial has gotten at Disney parks, it's still not as bad probably as your local Chipotle. So there's still a little bit of magic to that. But it's nice to see this back. And you know, a healthy option within walking distance of Magic Kingdom, never a bad thing. A new mystery structure has been added near the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland as work on its expanded grounds and carriage house shop continues. In our previous update, metal framework was erected for the Haunted Mansion carriage house shop, and boards have been added to the top of that framework to start building the walls. There's still work to be done on the roof to finish boarding up the building. A mystery new cinder block building is now on the top of the hill in the expanded queue area. This looks to be approximately the same space that used to be the bypass for the stretching room during the pandemic. The cinder block building has some exterior metal framework, likely for its facade, and there are 3 half circles above 3 columns in the wall, giving it an almost mausoleum-esque look, which I'm sure it'll have. There's also some orange scrim covering the metal framing for the roof. It is likely that this is going to be where the elevator is located, to the new ADA entrance for the attraction to get people up and out of the attraction without raising them back through the stretching room. That's what we assume this is for, but we can't confirm that yet, but I'm 99% certain, I would say. Further details of this new Haunted Mansion carriage house shop have not been released, but the original announcement stated that the shop and expanded queue would be open sometime this year. Of course, timing can always change, and I'm going to tell you, based on how it looks right now, I would be shocked if they are done this year. I would be really very surprised. My expectation is it'll be done next year when they reopen regular Haunted Mansion. I think it would make sense to open the grounds and the shop and unveil the changes inside the mansion. Oh, sorry, should I say rumored changes? Like we don't know they're happening inside the Haunted Mansion. That would be my theory, but as of right now, today's October 2nd, I could not imagine that they're going to have this done by the end of the year. Of course, the Haunted Mansion is currently open to guests, albeit as Haunted Mansion Holiday via virtual queue while the grounds expansion continues. The newest addition to the lineup of Disney Parks shoulder magnet plush has arrived, representing the iconic internal mortal struggle faced by the Emperor's New Groove's lovable henchman, Kronk. We spotted these at the Emporium on Main Street, USA at Disneyland. The Kronk Angel and Devil Shoulder plush set is $39.99. It includes 2 plush of Kronk, as well as 2 metal inserts that go under your shirt to attach the plush to your shoulders. Angel Kronk represents the morally just side of the character, constantly struggling against the evil counterpart, and his personified evil internal voice, Devil Kronk, wears a red devil onesie complete with a red hood and 2 horns on top. This is fantastic. I love this item. I don't know that I'm going to buy it because I don't end up wearing these. I keep buying the shoulder plush because I like them, and then I just don't wear them. I guess they also function as regular plush, but I have to stop because I never wear them. The Disney Eats Instagram account has revealed a new seasonal Nightmare Before Christmas souvenir cup for Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar, served with the new Nightmare Grog. The Instagram post describes Nightmare Grog as Dole Whip mango and pineapple with a hint of Gorilla Grog, which is a signature Trader Sam's rum-based cocktail. The cup is silver with assorted snowflakes, and on the front is Jack Skellington in his Sandy Claus outfit, holding a big white bag, and on Jack's left is his ghost dog Zero. The Dole Whip is gray with green swirls. The other side of the cup has the Trader Sam's logo in red with skeleton reindeer flying past a full moon above. The drink will be available exclusively at Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar at Disneyland Resort. It started yesterday, October 1st. This is a plastic cup, so it is similar to what they did for the Matterhorn. They also had a special Dole Whip concoction. That was a plastic cup. So is this one. That being said, they're hard plastic. You can keep them and reuse them. They're nice quality. Disney Cruise Line has revealed a first look at the Maiden, Voyage, and Inaugural sailings merchandise for the Disney Treasure. There is a lot here, so I'm not going to talk through all of these right now, but you can see them all at WDWNT.com if you want to do some pre-shopping. And I will let you know, last time for the Wish, a lot of Inaugural sailings merch and a lot of the Maiden Voyage merch even hung on for a few cruises. So even if you're on a later Disney Treasure sailing, some of this product may be available to you. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. You get a discount on Gertie, too, even the pre-order. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.